Hey friends, so it's June 2022. I just turned 32 last week, or a week and a half ago, and I haven't made a video in a while. And I'm back, I guess. I know intellectually that I want to be making as many videos as possible. I know that that is a good idea because it helps me on multiple levels, right? It helps me clarify my ideas, it helps me get into the practice of communicating, it makes me a better speaker. Um, the discoverability on YouTube is better than Twitter, which is still my main base of sorts. But I haven't felt like making a video in a while. Why is that? I guess I've just been tired, So I stopped smoking about 3 months ago. I've made a few videos about that, and I'm still not smoking. It's pretty good, but like I feel like psychologically I'm not yet adjusted to being a non-smoker. And what I mean by that is that I used to use cigarettes to punctuate my life, like to reward myself, to kind of just separate out my day, chunk up my day, I guess. Between tasks and stuff, I would reward myself with cigarettes. And now that I don't have that, I feel more disoriented. I feel like I don't really know what I'm doing. You know, Theoretically, I could be like, okay, let's take a break, let's go for a walk, let's have some candy. I don't know, like just find some other way to organize your time, your moment by moment, scene by scene. But it can't really substitute things one to one. There has to be a different arrangement, a different architecture. I'm figuring it out. I'm confident that I'll get it sorted. But I feel like I haven't been clear-headed in a long time. Part of it is sleep. I know that I should exercise more, and I injured my pinky a little bit, and it's interesting. It's like it feels like I have to massage this part of my forearm somewhere to get my pinky better. Like it hurts it doesn't hurt when I grip. It hurts when I push it this way. Like this hurts. Anyways, I feel like that's something about that makes me not want to work out. It makes me not want to do. And I know there's probably other ways than like lifting weights, but I just don't feel like doing stuff. I've just been very disoriented and very scatterbrained, and there's so many different things I want to do. So many things on my list of things to do that I don't feel like doing. I don't feel like repeating myself. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot, and I'm tired of repeating myself, and I'm curious about what's new. What I have not said, have not articulated. I know that, so recently, for example, I saw a tweet that made me think about the limitations and the perils of plain text. Plain text meaning, like when you're texting with just text, no emojis, and the difficulty of conveying tone in text. And I did a Twitter search for myself, searching for the instances in which I've said plain text, and there's a lot. I can piece together an essay from all of my tweets about plain text, and I think it'll be pretty good. But I don't feel like doing it. I just don't feel like doing anything. I feel like lazing around, and I guess I should investigate that. I should investigate why I don't feel like doing anything. It's probably internal conflict, and I guess the funny thing is, having written a book like Introspect, I would think that someone who wrote a book like Introspect should not be internally conflicted, but that's not how it works. There's no way of preventing internal conflict. If anything, writing a book like Introspect makes you more sensitive to internal conflict. And so when you become more sensitive to internal conflict, it starts to feel like there's more internal conflict than there was before, and that can feel temporarily like things are getting worse. And then there's that implicit feeling of, well, I wrote a book about this, therefore I should be on top of my shit. And I'm not on top of my shit. I'm not like falling apart horribly, but I'm not performing at a state of. And when I say performing, I don't just mean like blog post output, video output, although that's a part of it. That's the project management of it. But I just mean feeling like I'm in tune with my life. Like I bought a guitar, which I'm proud of myself for. I'm proud of myself for celebrating the completion of my book by buying a guitar, because I enjoy playing music and it fulfills me in some ways. And I feel a bit bad that it took me that long to buy a guitar. So it's like it's all these meta feelings about being slow, being late, But it's fine, and I have multiple videos about this at this point, right? It's okay to make mistakes, you embrace your mistakes, you learn from them, you don't be cruel to yourself, don't judge yourself, put the gun down. So all of that, yeah, I guess I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot. I've said that already. I've written so many blog posts, I've written so many tweets, I've made so many videos, and my audiences are growing. My Twitter followers is growing, my YouTube subscribers is growing, not as fast as I would like, but I don't really feel like doing the kind of hacks and tricks and optimizing for follower growth. I don't really feel like doing that. So what do I want? I guess that's the question I'm trying to explore. What do I want? Visa, what do you want? What do you want? Right. I want to feel good. I feel like I haven't felt good in a while, and that's strange because, if I zoom all the way out, I've done two books that I'm proud of, and I want to rewrite the first book because I feel like Friendly Ambitious Nerd, the first book, I wrote it when I was less good of an author and I didn't even know how to write a book. So it was my first book, right? It's not even really a book. It's a collection of essays and Twitter threads, right? Like, so if I want to do so, Friendly Ambitious Nerd, I'm very proud of the framing of how the book is loosely structured, and I can see in the years since, right? So I published it in 2020, it's 2022 now. In the past 2 years, I've had the chance to discuss the book and the ideas in the book with people, and it has helped me mature and develop the ideas that are in the book. So I guess what I'm seeing is that the process of development is just clunky and it's not pretty, it's not elegant, and it's kind of frustrating. But my frustrations is really born out of my expectations of how things should go. So that's where I am for like a June status update. I shipped my book, I haven't been smoking, I want to be working out, but I'm recovering from a pinky injury and I want to be writing again. I'm tired of writing tweets. I feel like I've tweeted enough. I want to write essays. I'm very proud of my first Substack essay, but I published that like in February and I haven't published another one since. I have made a few attempts and I'm not satisfied with any of those attempts. And there's a whole bunch of talking points that I have. I feel like I should have an essay about good reply game, and I don't feel like doing it. It's just so I keep coming back to these things. There's all these things that I say I want to do, but I feel like I don't want to do it. So there's something blocking me, and I guess I would like to resolve whatever that blocker is. And maybe that's a subject for another video, right? So for now, this is just a status update video. Thanks for hanging out. Done.